Atlantis Dubai was once one of the most recognizable symbols of luxury tourism in the world. Its grand pink towers stood at the edge of Palm Jumeirah like a gateway to a fantasy city built in the sea. Celebrities arrived by private jet. Billionaires hosted private parties overlooking the Arabian Gulf. The resort's 1,500 rooms were rarely quiet, its pools constantly filled with guests, and its restaurants buzzing with visitors from every corner of the globe. But recently, something strange has begun appearing online. Videos showing quiet hallways, photos of half-empty pool decks, booking platforms offering deals that once seemed impossible for a property of this prestige. A hotel that once defined Dubai's image of limitless extravagance is suddenly surrounded by questions. What is really happening inside Atlantis? Are the rumors true, or is the story far more complicated than it appears? When Atlantis The Palm first opened in September 2008, it was more than just another luxury hotel. It was a statement about Dubai's ambitions. Built on the outer crescent of Palm Jumeirah, the artificial island that itself had captured the world's attention, the resort represented the idea that Dubai could turn even the most impossible dreams into reality. The project reportedly cost more than $1.5 billion and covered an enormous area stretching across 114 acres of waterfront land. The hotel rose 22 stories high with more than 1,500 ocean-themed rooms designed to immerse guests in a mythical underwater world. Its private beach stretched along the Arabian Gulf, offering sweeping views of the city's rapidly growing skyline. But what truly captured the imagination of travelers were the experiences hidden inside the resort. Guests could stay in underwater suites where massive glass windows looked directly into aquariums filled with thousands of marine creatures. The Lost Chambers Aquarium displayed over 65,000 marine animals, creating the illusion of a submerged ancient city. Outside, Aquaventure Water Park quickly became one of the largest water parks in the world, filled with towering slides, shark-filled lagoons, and attractions designed to thrill visitors of all ages. Restaurants operated by celebrity chefs served cuisine from across the world, while luxury spas and exclusive private lounges catered to high-profile guests seeking privacy. Atlantis was designed to be more than a hotel. It was meant to be a destination. During its early years, the resort rarely experienced quiet moments. Grand opening celebrations featured fireworks so large they could be seen across the city. International music stars performed at lavish galas attended by royalty and celebrities. Film premieres, fashion events, and luxury brand launches transformed the resort into a constant stage for global attention. Travel magazines and television shows regularly featured Atlantis as one of the most extraordinary hotels ever built. Images of crowded infinity pools, glamorous beach parties, and extravagant buffets circulated around the world. For tourists planning a trip to Dubai, staying at Atlantis became a bucket list experience. The resort's distinctive pink towers became one of the most photographed buildings in the Middle East. Occupancy rates reportedly stayed extremely high, often remaining above 80%, even during slower travel seasons. For more than a decade, Atlantis served as one of the anchors of Dubai's tourism boom, symbolizing a city where ambition had no limits and luxury had no boundaries. But in recent months, a very different set of images has begun spreading across social media. Travel vloggers visiting the resort in 2026 have shared videos showing surprisingly quiet scenes. In one widely viewed clip, a visitor walks through the enormous marble lobby in the middle of the day with almost no one around. The only sound is the echo of footsteps against the polished floor. Another video shows rows of empty lounge chairs around the main pool during hours that would normally be packed with families and tourists. Some guests filming their breakfast experiences describe shorter lines and calmer dining rooms compared with previous years. Staff members appear attentive, but the atmosphere seems different from the bustling environment Atlantis once became famous for. Online commenters quickly began asking the same question: why does one of the world's most famous luxury resorts suddenly look so quiet? Behind the scenes, some hospitality workers have quietly suggested that the rhythm of the resort has indeed changed. One longtime employee described how, in earlier years, staff sometimes struggled to keep up with the number of guests arriving throughout the day. Restaurants required constant coordination, and large groups of tourists filled the corridors from morning until late at night. According to that same employee, there are now moments when the resort feels slower, especially outside peak holiday periods. Another staff member who has worked at the property for several years said that celebrity visits and high-profile guests once appeared almost every week. While VIP guests still arrive, the atmosphere is no longer as intensely crowded as it once was. These small observations do not necessarily indicate a crisis, but they have added fuel to the speculation surrounding the resort. Running a mega resort of this scale is an enormous financial challenge, even during strong tourism seasons. Analysts estimate that operating a property like Atlantis The Palm can cost hundreds of millions of dollars each year. Staffing alone requires thousands of employees working around the clock to manage housekeeping, restaurants, entertainment venues, marine exhibits, and security operations. The maintenance of aquariums, filtration systems, pools, and water park rides demands constant investment. Energy consumption is massive, especially in a climate where cooling systems must operate continuously. Even when rooms remain unoccupied, the resort still incurs substantial costs for electricity, water, maintenance, and security. Industry experts believe that large luxury resorts often need occupancy rates close to 70% simply to maintain profitability. When occupancy dips below that level, the financial pressure begins to increase rapidly. To maintain strong booking numbers, luxury resorts frequently rely on promotional packages. Recently, booking platforms have shown a growing number of deals associated with Atlantis The Palm. Some packages include complimentary access to Aquaventure Water Park, resort credits for dining, or promotions allowing children to stay free with their families. While such offers attract guests, they can also reduce profit margins. In the hospitality industry, this strategy is often used to ensure rooms remain filled during slower travel periods. However, frequent promotions sometimes create another challenge. A resort that built its reputation on exclusivity must carefully balance discounts without weakening the perception of luxury that originally attracted its guests. Another important factor shaping Atlantis's current environment is competition within Dubai itself. In 2023, a new resort opened just a short distance away on Palm Jumeirah, Atlantis The Royal. The property launched with an enormous marketing campaign that included a multi-million-dollar concert featuring global music stars. With its dramatic stacked architecture, rooftop infinity pools, and dozens of new celebrity chef restaurants, Atlantis The Royal quickly captured international attention. For many luxury travelers and social media influencers, the new resort offered something fresh and visually spectacular. Industry observers noted that some VIP guests who once favored Atlantis The Palm began exploring the newer property instead. The opening of such a high-profile competitor inevitably shifted the balance of attention within Dubai's luxury tourism market. The broader global tourism landscape has also experienced dramatic changes over the past several years. During the pandemic in 2020, international travel collapsed almost overnight. Dubai's hotel industry saw occupancy levels plunge as flights were grounded and borders closed. Some reports suggested that citywide hotel occupancy fell to roughly 20% during the worst months of that crisis. Resorts across the Emirate, including Atlantis The Palm, experienced unprecedented declines in bookings. Many amenities temporarily closed, and large sections of hotels operated with minimal guests. Although travel eventually returned, the event forced the hospitality industry to rethink its strategies for attracting visitors in a more uncertain world. By 2024, tourism in Dubai had recovered strongly. Citywide occupancy rates approached nearly 80% again, and Atlantis The Palm reportedly returned to levels comparable to many pre-pandemic years. Online review platforms still show extremely positive feedback from visitors, with ratings averaging around 4.7 out of 5 stars across thousands of reviews. Guests frequently praise the scale of the water park, the quality of the restaurants, and the unique atmosphere created by the aquarium exhibits throughout the resort. In other words, while social media videos might suggest emptier spaces at certain moments, the broader data indicates that Atlantis remains a highly popular destination.